be able to handle this Dirk Nowitzki injury. He picked it up big time as he had 32 against the Clippers.
Oftentimes, short term, you're able to compensate as Carmelo Anthony comes off the weak side screen and hits the 18-footer. You can compensate for a short period of time.
17 rebounds, picks up his first. Carmelo Anthony.
It's going to be a tough guard tonight for Howard. That's a straight-up one. Josh Howard guarding Carmelo Anthony, feeling that, you know what, the extra pass may not be necessary tonight. I'm okay. And that's one thing you've got to be aware of, is backdoor lobs. Nuggets, I started to mention before, they lead the NBA in lob dunks. You have to keep your body up against the offensive man you're guarding.
Anthony picked up by Howard. Under 10 of the shot clock. Step back. Good.
You see Dallas early on, he had challenging Campbell to take perimeter jump shots. They're not worried about him early on from the floor as Carmelo Anthony starts to heat up, and now you've got the Denver Nuggets shooting over 52%.
Yeah, it was interesting. You're talking to George Karl. What did he tell us? He said, you know, people want us to be more consistent. He said, this is who we are. We can score, and when we decide to focus on D, we make extra passes offensively, so, you know, we can be pretty good.
Well, obviously it's disappointing that we haven't won some of the big games, but it's not like we're getting blown out and we're not playing well. They're all coming down to final possessions, and you know, it's crazy. Last year, all those games went our way. This year, none of those are going our way, and so it's just the way it works. And so, get it. Oh, it's a push! And so this year, those games aren't. And the calls aren't going our way. You know, it's just crazy. So, you know, it is what it is, and we just have to rebound and deal with it.
You have to deal with the injury to Dirk Nowitzki as well. We mentioned that encouraging news today, had the boot taken off. How do you think this team can survive these next 5 games? That's how many he's going to miss.
Well, we're going to have to figure out a way. I mean, you know, hopefully we'll get a break here. We're not getting it right now, but J. Kidd's been playing great. Josh Howard, you know, Jerry Stackhouse. These guys are veterans. They know how to get it done, and so we're counting on them to step up, and you know, hopefully some other things will go our way. Well, first of all, I mean, if someone said to me with 12 games to go, you guys will be 4 games out of first before the season started, I would say I'll take it. You know, it's just the West is crazy this year. It's so competitive, and you know, every game's a playoff game. So it just is what it is, and we're just gonna have to compete. As far as what happened with the General, you know, there's probably 2, 3, 4 times a year where we'll walk in and Avery will scream. He likes to scream, and I never raise my voice, and it's just, you know, we go back and forth, but. You know, it's just, hey, it's just the way it is. During emotional times, people get emotional, but there's no problem.
Well, inside presence or transition game, and there we see transition by Carmelo. You must keep your body on Carmelo Anthony, particularly in transition, because he has great hands. He's very strong. When he throw it up, he goes and gets it, and he finishes.
4-point game, Dallas on top. They led by 15.
A little help right here. Jason Kidd against Carmelo.
Nice cut by Kleza. And
they're calling Dampier for the illegal defense. He was planted in the lane, trying to be that offside defender. I had mentioned they're going to need a little help. Well, Dampier was getting ready to come over and double team. You see Avery Johnson talking about the fact that, hey, you just can't stand there. You've got to get in and get out, meaning get into the blue paint, get out of the blue paint, so you're not called for that defensive violation.
Defensive 3-second violation, and Carmelo Anthony from the free throw line, 80%. Shooter. And the Nuggets are 10 of 11 from the free throw line, while the Mavericks are 10 of 13.
And make threes.
Anthony on the drive. Carmelo Anthony, offensive rebound putback. With help, here's Carter. The dish underneath, Carmelo is fouled. Third on Malik Allen, Carmelo Anthony from the free throw line.
Weak side, strong side. What do you mean by that? Well, strong side is always the side of the floor that the ball is on. Weak side is the offside. So when the defenses all tend to go to the ball side of the floor, those people on the offside, the weak side, have to hold their spots. Keep your spacing. Don't get in too close.
Kidd quickly, shot clock to 3. Launched by Stackhouse. Canby out on the break. Anthony with the strong finish. Denver up 1.
And you always have to be aware of Carmelo Anthony leaking out. He gambles that his team's going to come up with the defensive rebound. He takes off and goes down the floor. And most times it's point guards that cover your backcourt, so he has a much smaller player trying to play him down there.
First lead since it was 16 to 14. Denver by 1. With 3 3:17 left in the third, and Bill Kennedy with the cut into that 15-point deficit to 4. And Carmelo Anthony at the line. And a technical foul on Avery Johnson. And you see Jason Terry stepping in, shielding him.
Can you get a technical for a stare? Because Avery is giving the stare across the court.
Well, you tell me, have you ever gotten one for the stare?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
There it is. This one on Josh Howard. You see the most technical fouls this season. And that's coming into tonight. Here you go, updating him right now as we speak. And Anthony gets 2 there.
You know, most times you see a coach sticking up for his player gets the second technical after his player's been hit with one. But that time, Howard said, "You're not doing that to my coach. I'm going to get one for him."
And now Jason Kidd heads over to Bill Kennedy. And Terry there as well. And kind of showing Kidd enough as Anthony now is going to shoot the free throws. 2 of 2 for the technicals. That's the first of 2 here. After that foul on Josh Howard. And a stretch of 4-4 from the free throw line for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the 2 technicals from Bill Kennedy, that's unusual because Bill Kennedy's a guy that normally you can talk to, he'll listen to a certain extent. When he's had enough, he's had enough, but he's not normally one to give you quick tease.
Over Martin. Shot doesn't go. Anthony, and he's fouled by Brandon Bass.
Yeah, and you have to give Denver credit. The 2 guys that were really hurting him in the first half were Howard and Stackhouse. They combined for 36 points. Well, thus far here in the third quarter with 2:49 remaining, those 2 players, Howard and Stackhouse, have combined for just 4 points in this quarter.
National coverage of the NBA continues tomorrow on NBA TV. The Hornets and the Celtics. Coverage starts at 7:30 Eastern, and then Sunday on ABC, it's the Rockets and the Spurs. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern. Wednesday on ESPN, it's the Pacers and the Celtics, followed by the Warriors and these Dallas Mavericks. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock Eastern. It's a 8-point game in the middle of the third, but scored him 36-17, now 38-17.
Howard let him turn baseline and step around. They had him in a double team, but you've got to seal off the baseline so he gets no look.
On Saturday, Carmelo plus the foul. Lead grows with 3:20 to play.
Well, it certainly is a luxury when you have 2 players on your squad that have the ability to get you 30 points. Now, Carmelo Anthony is just strength. He explodes. He has the ability to catch good passes, bad passes.
Down low on the block. And Jones commits the foul. To a standing ovation here at Pepsi Center. The last time he played, January 7th at Phoenix. He had surgery on January 14th, battling testicular cancer. And